Yeah. What's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here continuing to cook up and break down some of this NBA action. Welcome back to the best NBA betting podcast on the planet, Jay's NBA Jam Session. This week hasn't been the week I've wanted it to be. Y'all know me. I always keep it 1,000,000% transparent with y'all here on this show. I've had, 5 plays thus far this week, and I am 1-4. Last night I went 1-2. I dropped my NBA Jam Session play of the night. I've now dropped 3 in a row. And last night was just a bad play at Orlando, at home. I got a lot of nasty DMs last night. I understand why, man. The amount of noise I've been talking about Orlando, and for them to come out and lay an egg like that last night, I get it. So, got to be better. Will be better. I dropped it last night with Orlando. I had the Cleveland Cavaliers as my home team hammer. I don't know what the hell happened to them last night. I did cash my behind the woodshed blowout winner with the Houston Rockets. So, that was the night last night, 1-2 in the NBA. Again, I'm 1-4 thus far this week. Monday night, I had the Orlando Magic laying 8.5 on the Bulls. They won that game by 8.5. And Tuesday night, I had the Raptors laying 5.5 on, Portland? And they won the game by 3. So that's been my week thus far, man. I got to be better. I know that. Appreciate y'all, though. Appreciate each and every one of y'all that continue to tune in, watch the show, watch these episodes. Y'all know who I am. I'm Kevin Durant, man. Y'all know the work we put in on this show. It's been a weird NBA season. It hasn't been the season I wanted it to be. I am looking to turn it around. Tonight, we've got 5 games to do exactly that, man. Really small card tonight, but to let you guys know my thoughts, opinions, and how I see these games playing out tonight. And all I ask is that you smash the like button for me. You subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, man, if you're rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Instagram and Twitter all day long. There's a link for both in the description below. And of course, I have premium plays over at the site. The premium plays are the plays I personally have the most money on. For this season in the NBA, I believe I'm down 6 games. So, that's what's going on right now. And on the play of the day, I think I'm down 2 games. So, still plenty of season left, plenty of room to turn it around. I will not let it derail me. As a gambler, man, you just know sometimes you're seeing it well, sometimes you're not. And the only way out of it is proper bankroll management, and staying right mentally in between the years. So, man, let's do what we do, man. Let's kick the crap out of the books. Let's make tonight a really good night, and then we'll keep momentum rolling forward, and we'll get hotter than fish grease, and do what we do. We just kick the crap out of the books, man. So let's start it tonight. So without further ado, man, let's hop right into tonight's NBA action. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get her done. First game on the board. We got the Philadelphia 76ers at home at the crib with the Golden State Warriors rolling in. Sixers 2.5-point home favorites in this thing. Keep an eye on the injury report. First things first. Both teams' injury report is a mile long. For Philadelphia, Kelly Oubre's out. Quentin Grimes' game time decision. Paul George's game time decision. Joel Embiid's game time decision. For the Warriors, Jonathan Kuminga, Al Horford are both game time decision. There's a couple of other role players in there for Golden State as well. Warriors are coming off a significant homestand. They just played, 5 straight games at home. It's their first game on the road in a little while. For Philadelphia, this will be their 5th home game last 6 games. Both teams are 5-5 last 10. So neither playing well, neither playing terrible. Of course, we know for the Warriors, Curry's still out for a good little minute. I'm taking Philadelphia here. Am I in love with it? No, but I think the spot is just better for them. 5th home game, last 6 games. Comfortable at home and shooting in the same rim, same gym. And then you get the Warriors coming off a significant homestand way across country. And they didn't even dominate at home in Chase Center, where we typically love playing them. So I'm interested to see how they look out on the road, where they've struggled a lot this season. So it's Philadelphia here for me. Not in love with this game by any stretch of the imagination, but I understand why the Sixers are favorites. I'm going to take them here straight up on the money line or lay the points. Keep it rolling. We got the Celtics out on the road facing the Washington Wizards. Wizards are 9.5-point home dogs. Celtics are nothing. Celtics have played a really good brand of basketball, man. The Celtics have been dominant. Jaylen Brown really has taken that next step. He He's balling his ass off right now. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from the Celtics. This is a team that's won 7 of their last 10. We've already seen them flood Washington once this season. The final score in that game was 136-107. That game was about a month ago. Washington, they did beat Milwaukee not too long ago, and they beat Atlanta. But outside of that, man, this is a team that's lost 8 of its last 10 games. We just saw them get flooded by Philadelphia out on the road. And this is still, in my mind, the worst team in the NBA. And I think the talent gap between these two teams is significant. Give me Boston. Am I rushing to lay 10 points on the road with Boston? No. And it wouldn't shock me if this was a letdown spot for Boston coming off of all the huge wins they're coming off of over Orlando, over Detroit, over Cleveland, over New York. So, no, it wouldn't surprise me if this was a letdown game, kind of take the foot off the pedal style game for Boston. I still think the talent gap is this significant, though. And I think even if they went half-assed, they could still win this game by 15 plus. So, Boston for me here in this one. Got the Utah Jazz on the road facing the Brooklyn Nets. Nets, 3.5-point home underdogs. I'm gonna take Utah. I'm gonna lay the points in this one. Utah's just a better team. Just that simple. It's not a great spot for them. They're coming off a pretty significant homestand. 4 of their last 5 were played in Utah. And I know Brooklyn's coming off of back-to-back wins. We just saw them beat Charlotte, beat Chicago. I honestly believe the Utah Jazz are 4.5-point road favorites in this one, and the line tells you what you need to know. They're up and over a bucket favorite on the road for good reason. Shout out to the Nets. I don't have no bad words to speak on them. They're playing a decent brand of basketball right now. They've won 4 of their last 6. Again, they've won back-to-back games. I just think Utah's a better team, and they're favored by over a bucket on the road for good reason. That's just my thoughts. So it's just that simple. Give me the Jazz. I'm going to lay the points with them here in this one. We got my favorite team, the Los Angeles Lakers, out on the road facing the Toronto Raptors. Raptors are 2.5-point home favorites in this one. Let's talk some injuries. For the Lakers, Luka Doncic will miss this game. He will not be in the lineup tonight. Marcus Smart is also out for the Lakers. For the Raptors, RJ Barrett is still out, and Jakob Poeltl is out as well. So just a couple injuries to note. Both teams are playing really well right now. Lakers have won 8 of their last 10. They're coming off a loss, though. The last time we saw them, they got beat up at home by Phoenix. Toronto, they've won 8 of their last 10, and Toronto's looking for their 10th straight home win here. 10 in a row. I think they get it. I'm going to take Toronto. I'm going to take them here straight up on the money line, or lay the points. I think you're fine on the points. Lakers are not the same team out on the road that they are at home, and I'm interested to see what they look like without LD in the lineup. I'm interested to kind of see what they look like with LeBron and Reeves and Aiden. Like, I want to see what they look like without Luka on the floor. The Raptors are a different team, monster and animal at home at the crib. We've made a really pretty penny with the Toronto Raptors at home this season and last season. Remember, last season they covered in over 64% of their home games. They were one of the best ATS teams in the NBA. I think they finished number 2 behind Oklahoma City overall. Looking for their 10th straight home win. I think they get it here. I think they get it here, man. The Lakers, coming off the pretty significant homestand, just played 4 straight games at home. Interested to see what they look like on the road, especially missing their best player. Toronto's playing really good. We trust them at home. They're favored in this game for good reason. I'll lay the points or take them straight up on the money line. And last and final game of the night, we got the Minnesota Timberwolves out on the road facing the New Orleans Pelicans. Pelicans 11.5-point dogs in this one. I'm going to take T-Wolves. I'll lay the points. No need to overcomplicate this one. Pelicans are one of the worst teams in the league. Minnesota has beat up on the bad teams. Minnesota has struggled this year against the good teams in the step-up games, but in the games where they are the better team, they have won those by margin. And because this game is not in Minnesota, I think I like it even more that it's out on the road. So these two teams played just the other night. What was that? 2 days ago? And the New Orleans Pelicans did compete. They pushed them to overtime. Final score was 149-142. I think tonight, though, Minnesota doesn't play with them and they beat them up. So we'll see what happens. Give me Minnesota, land the points here in our last and final game of the night. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's all. That concludes another episode of Jay's NBA Jam Session. I appreciate each and every one of you that continue to tune in, watch this show, and watch these episodes. And all I ask is that you smash that like button for me. You subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, man, if you're rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Instagram and Twitter all day long. There's a link for both in the description below. And of course, I have premium plays over at the site. It hasn't been the week I've wanted it to be, man. Y'all know I'm always 1,000,000% transparent with y'all on the show. I bet 5 games thus far this week. I'm 1-4. And I've dropped 3 in a row on my NBA Jam Session play of the night. It's extremely frustrating. We had started to see the board well, and then the NBA did a 180 on us. So the last couple of days, I just haven't been seeing it the way I want to. Last night, I went 1-2. I had the Magic as my play of the day. They lost outright. I had Cleveland as my home team hammer. I thought it was a good spot for them. Portland on back end of a back-to-back with travel. Nope. And I did cash with Houston, though. So Monday night, I lost with Orlando. They won the game by 5, laying 8.5. Tuesday night, I lost with the Raptors, laying 5.5. They won by 3. So full transparency, that's been my week thus far, man. Tonight, I'll have one play for you over on the premium side in the NBA, looking for a major bounce back. I will have a really pretty penny on that play tonight. So if you want it, you can ride with me, man, and you can scoop it up over at Pickdawgz Premium. Link for it in the description below. I know, I got to turn it around. I will turn it around. It's been a strange NBA season. It has been. Don't listen to the naysayers. Everybody telling you I've lost them tens of thousands of dollars. There's no way in hell. Personally, I'm down. I am down on the season, but I'm only down like 6 or 7 games right now, and we're still nowhere near the midpoint. So there's still plenty of room to turn this thing around. You feel me? So always 1,000,000% transparency with y'all. Tell me what it is. Tell y'all what it ain't. I always will. You feel me? So y'all know who I am. Y'all know what the work we put in over the past couple seasons. The tide will turn. I believe it wholeheartedly. So tonight, hopefully, is that night. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram tonight. I should be dropping an underdog or like a prize pick style parlay on Instagram and Twitter because I know a lot of y'all be asking me for that. So with my Cowboys in action, playing the Lions should be a pretty good game to do that with, and a little NBA sprinkled in there. So money making Thursday. Appreciate y'all more than y'all know, man. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. I'm out of here. Peace.